Hello, I'm Eric Sfiligoj, editor of CropLife magazine. Welcome to Tech Hub Live 2022 Fireside Chats. This is in a continuing series of conversations we're going to be having with some market experts. And now I'm joined by Sid Parks from GROWMARK. Sid, welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Yeah, so Sid, if you could give our listeners a little bit of a background on yourself at GROWMARK, how long you've been there and what you do.
Okay, be happy to. I'm an agronomist with GROWMARK, regional ag cooperative based in Bloomington, Illinois. I've been there 33 years. Started out in the seed side of the business, got more into the agronomy technical support, covering territories, regions, states, and a lot of training and working with growers trying to improve their production, their profitability on their fields. So the last 20 years or so, that has evolved into more of the precision ag technologies, where we were supporting, the adoption of grid sampling and variable rate application and those sorts of things. So opportunities presented along that line to be to develop our own information management systems to process and analyze data and make recommendations and those sorts of things. So really have been involved very heavily in the precision ag, and now we just dropped the name precision. Basically, it's agriculture. It's modern agriculture with the tools and technology that's available at the time.
Yeah, very good. So then, again, I know I've been covering this marketplace for about 25 years. You've been my contact in precision and GROWMARK for almost that entire time, I think. So from what you've seen, what are the biggest opportunities when you're talking about ag technology here in 2022, and why is that going to be significant?
Well, the ability to collect and organize and manage data is the opportunity, in my opinion. It's still about good agronomy, providing the plants the environment where they can thrive, and whether that's crop protection or fertility or seeding rates and all those sorts of things, and then the tools within the precision world that allow us to measure that progress. As agronomists, we used to do that in field studies and test plots and those sorts of things in the past, and now we've got the ability through yield monitors or remote sensing or whatever those other applications are to see what the impact is real time, while we still potentially have the chance to influence that crop, and then measure our results at the end of the season with technology. So using the tools, the software programs, the ability to analyze and prescribe some different process or validate if something worked or didn't work the way we had proposed it, and then being able to help that farmer make decisions going forward.
That question on its head, that biggest challenge you're facing in the marketplace?
The challenge today or from the beginning?
Today.
It is still people. You have to have a good agronomist or a good salesperson, a good technology person, whatever that role is that you're talking about. You need to have people that understand what is being done. And you have to have a good training program, and that's one of the things that GROWMARK has really over my entire career has excelled at, in my opinion, to get people in the system, train them, and give them opportunities within the system to do things, working with growers or whatever their role might be, and then providing them the tools as well, the software technology, the hardware technology, whatever is needed for that role, then to be successful working with that grower.
Okay. Now, as we established at the top of this chat, of course, you've been around in this marketplace for about 30 years, I believe.
Yes.
So, from an event you might have been at, we're here at Tech Hub Live in 2022, from an event you might have been at, say, 30 years ago versus this event, I mean, what's the most significant change you've seen in the area of ag technology, and why is that most significant?
Early on, it was, can we get this to work? all the tools, the trinkets, the trying to connect things so that the technology actually lit up when I plugged it in, or collected data and I had a data file when I was done. It was a significant challenge, and part of that's the computing power, the the hardware technology and software is developed and all those things. So the challenge 25, 30 years ago was, can I get this thing to work? Because none of the OEMs had anything. It was all aftermarket. We had to put, and you've seen the displays where you've got 5 or 6 monitors in there and controllers, and you can hardly see the ground in the tractor anymore because you've got all the different pieces of equipment. Today, more of those things are integrated. And along the same line, the farmers 20 years ago were the very early adopters, the experimental seeking types of people, the people who were living out there on the front side or the bleeding edge of technology. They're willing to get the bruised knuckles and the bumps and all those things that come along with adopting that technology. And today, it's more commonplace. You buy a tractor, a combine, or a sprayer, it's already got that controller built in. It's part of the system. You can't not have it there. You may or may not understand or have the ability to use it to its full capacity, but that equipment's already built in. So today, it's taking the data and making decisions from it and structuring a relationship with that grower, trying to maximize what they're collecting and then making decisions from that. So we've gone from the very early adopters where they had to put up with a lot of things that didn't work, where today I think things are expected to work, and it's available to more the majority of the growers or the crop specialists, the agronomists that are working with those technologies. It's easier today than it used to be.
Yeah. All right, very good. Well, as I said, when we're sitting here talking, this is sort of the beginning of the Tech Hub Live 2022 event. But in your mindset, I mean, you're obviously here for a reason. What is it you're hoping to get out of this event by the time you leave when it's over tomorrow afternoon?
That's a good question. And I'll say there's a couple things. First of all, it's great to see people again.
Amen.
After a couple of years of not being able to be out and interact, and all the industry friends and peers and service providers, technology companies, all those sorts of people, it's nice to see them in person and engage that conversation that we've had in the past, but also to see and learn from the technology. You walk around the trade floor, there's dozens, if not hundreds. I didn't count how many exhibitors you've got, but there's lots of vendors here showing you something that might be technology that would be interested in down the road. So, not everybody's going to be successful. Not all of them are going to fit our needs or our applications necessarily today, but I'm looking around to see what sorts of tools or widgets that might be available, and something that we can then employ back in our cooperative system somewhere.
Very good. All right. Well, we certainly thank you for joining us today, this morning at the Fireside Chats here at 2022 Tech Hub Live event.